Hi Epic Families, this is Mrs. Robinson and I'm bringing you a short tutorial on a new feature that I'm going to use this semester called the Semester Binder. So the reason I'm calling this a binder is because it's actually a Google Sheet and it has multiple tabs here at the bottom. So it's kind of like an online binder. The first tab is the Schedule tab. So here's the schedule page, and it basically will give the weekly breakdown of what each student should do. So this is for students to look on every week or every day to remind them of what they're supposed to do, and parents can also access this so they know exactly what their child should be doing, and also what he or she has and has not done. So this sheet can be edited by myself, the student, and the parent. What I'd like to happen is every day the students log on, they have their classes on the left, the directions, what exactly they're supposed to do. So this student is supposed to read for 20 minutes every day of the week. Once they've done that, they can just log on, put an X in there. There's another tab down here for the reading log, which I'll explain in just a few minutes. Then this student has an assignment for language arts to do one lesson in Study Island. Once they've done that, they would just log onto the sheet, put the title or the standard, so in this case, for example, main idea, and their score. Let's say they got a 75%. They would just fill that in. So this just shows that they've completed their language arts assignment for the day. So this is especially helpful for parents wondering if your child is telling you that they're working, you can just check that, get on the schedule. So according to this schedule, this student should do 5 lessons a week in language arts, 5 lessons in math, but only 4 in science and social studies. So any time there is a blacked out square, that just means that the student does not have to do that on that day. Now the schedule is pretty flexible, so if we have students that work or have rehearsals or things like that, they can sort of adjust the schedule as they need. However, the point is at the end of the week, this is the amount of work the student should have done, and they will be graded on whether they've completed that on time. The next tab is the teacher meetings. So this is where I will just put our schedule. So whenever we're supposed to meet face-to-face, it will have the date and the time as well as the location. So sometimes we'll meet in person, it'll have the location, or it will just say Google Hangout if we're going to meet online. There's a grades tab. This is basically what is in the parent portal. So you can still log into the parent portal to see the overall grade for each class, but you can also just check it here. The first column is the expected progress. So this is how much work the student should have completed by the end of the week. I will fill in the actual column so that you can see, are they on pace or are they behind, as well as the grade. So it has all the weeks for second semester here, along with kind of important notable dates like the spring map window, spring break week, and state testing weeks. So you're just aware. So there should be no confusion about where the student is in their progress and what's coming up. The reading log tab is new. I'm going to require reading this semester for a grade, and so we're going to just use this reading log tab to track that. And it has all the weeks, and I'll let you look at the directions on your own, but basically you would just track the reading for every day. So the idea is to do 20 minutes a day for a total of at least 120 minutes for the week. It has every day of the week listed. However, I really only care that the student reads for 120 minutes. So as long as the total down here says that, then I don't care if they just did that, on 4 days of the week instead of 7. There's some links over here. The MyOn online library where you can find and read books online. We have an Epic Reads Challenge for middle schoolers. Here's the link with information here. They can win Amazon gift cards and other prizes. And then 1st through 5th use Accelerated Reader. While my 6th through 12th graders, they will fill out book reports for the books that they've read. So I'll go into more detail on this in a separate video, but that's just to give you an idea. There's also a book list tab if you aren't sure what book your child should read. Here are some lists of some great options for each grade. Now, any child that is in a state-tested subject will have a Study Island tab for that subject. So SI stands for Study Island, and that is basically our test prep program, and it just makes sure that the students have mastered all of the standards before they take the big test at the end of the year. So this one is for English Language Arts, and it's basically just a calendar to show when the student should have mastered that standard. So they'll get on and do lessons in Study Island. There'll be another video on Study Island for those that need it in just a little bit. Math is the same, but in addition to the standards and the due dates, there are links to our Epic Math Coach YouTube videos. So Katie Myers is an awesome teacher who made an instructional video for every single math class from 3rd through 10th. So these are the names of the videos here, and they're super helpful. So the student would watch that video first before taking the Study Island quiz. There's a login tab and then a frequently asked questions tab just to kind of keep you guys up to date on information or common questions that we might have. So that's basically it. Once you get your individualized binder, you can take a more in-depth look at it, but hopefully this will just serve to be a one-stop shop for all the information that the parent or the student should need. It can be updated easily, and it will serve as basically a living records document. So once you get your sheet, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And I think this will work really well. Thanks.